So this is a follow-up to a video I did yesterday, talking about GX-86, which was the Yamato, and this time I'm going to be talking about GX-89, which is the Gamilllas warship. And I believe that it's either the Cryptera class Astro Destroyer. Somebody else down here says it's the Destoria class heavy cruiser. So I'm a little. They look so similar, but there are a lot of different Gamillon warships. These were the enemies of Earth. They were attacking Earth with planet bombs and really devastating the planet. So what happened was Queen Starsha from a sister planet to the Gamillons sent information to Earth to allow them to defeat the Gamillons. Basically, there were two pieces of technology they were given. One was a warp drive that would allow them to get to Queen Starsha's planet for the cure for Earth, and the other was the wave motion gun. And the wave motion gun was basically kind of a deus ex machina. Anytime that they had an issue, they would just blast that wave motion gun and pretty much obliterate anything, including entire planets. So it's interesting that they decided to go with an actual World War II battleship. The Yamato was a real battleship. And so my assumption in the series was that what they just needed a Hulk, a vehicle to put that technology in because they needed it quick. And so they resurrected the Yamato. And the Yamato in the story, it's more than implied that it's kind of sentient. Not that it talks or anything, but it's able to do things, and that it's able to survive damages that look like it would absolutely destroy the ship. And there are times when, it particularly in Final Yamato, when it literally seems to come to life and power itself. So my assumption is that it's supposed to represent maybe the souls of the dead soldiers from World War II. But certainly there is a lot of repetition in the plots of the movies. Basically, it's always an alien force attacking Earth. After the first series, they created a whole series of sister ships that were not battleships resurrected. They were ships designed based on the alien technology, and they would always get obliterated at the early in the movie, leaving only the Yamato to defeat the enemy. And you would think that a battleship retrofitted for alien technology would be the weakest, but I guess because of the spirit of the Yamato, it was able to withstand pretty much anything. So this ship, the scale isn't quite right, but it's close enough. I mean, they look really nice together. Let's see here. So it came out in 2019. It was about $120 USD. I paid about $104 on Amazon, and right now it's, let's see, I think it's $100 right now. So I think it's a pretty good, $100. I think it's a pretty good bargain for what you get. Again, it's not just plastic model. It's plastic. It's die cast. It's got nice weight to it. Not nearly as heavy as the Yamato, but it's got nice weight. It's got a ton of detail. You can see all the detail in there. I believe it's got light up functions, but I haven't really. I played with it a little bit, but I don't know if I took the batteries out. I really do need to take the batteries out lest they damage the figure. So let's see here. So besides these two, they have a lot of different models. And I would love to have a full figure of, say, the Astro Dreadnought, And here's another one. That's a classic ship from Yamato. And this is one of my favorite. The Gaypiron class aircraft carrier. So it's like a four level aircraft carrier. And a lot of these were built as if they were ships. So this one is like a multi-tiered aircraft carrier. The problem with these ships, unfortunately, is if they were in scale, they would be way bigger than the Yamato. And that's the problem, is the scaling. They would have to make these out of scale because the Yamato actually is not particularly big compared to a lot of these other vehicles if you took the actual scaling. I mentioned the other day that this is very fragile. I've never done any damage to it. It's not. I'm not blaming Bandai because I don't think there's anything they could do. But all of these little gun turrets on there, they could definitely be easily damaged. And that's just the way it is. I don't think they're, no matter what material they're going to make it out of, whether these are plastic, which is probably a good decision because they're a little bit, if they were metal, they would probably bend because they're so small, so thin. But how big do you want to make the ship? You'd have to have the ship absolutely ridiculous for these to be really firm. And then this down here, all of these pieces are potential areas of damage, but I have not damaged at all. The Gamillon warship or cruiser, what is it? The destroyer. The destroyer is much more solid. It has a little bit here that could get damaged, but I would love to see a whole bunch more ships, particularly the Gamillon ships. Earth has different ships. So this is an Earth ship that they created based on the same technology. I don't know how large it is compared in the show compared to the Yamato, but again, the Yamato is actually quite small compared to. It's bigger than the destroyer here, but relative to a lot of the other ships, it's quite small. So these are the only two they've ever created. I hope they create more. Maybe they will. They've created two Yamatos, 2099 and 2022-02. So maybe they'll create more. I would definitely pick them up. So this is the GX-89, released, 4 years ago. Hard to believe. Time flies. So anyway, GX-89 Gamilllas Warship from Soul of Chogokin by Bandai.